Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond Certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
Cresco Rents. What you need, when you need it. And we show you how to use it. It's simple. You choose it, you use it. We have the right tool for every job. Never buy it, never store it. When you need it, just rent it.
I'm Chris Smith, president of Cresco. If you need it, Cresco's got it.
All over the Bay Area and online at CrescoRent.com.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond Certified and proud partner
At Ritchie
of
Vineyards, we
the
feel that
Sonoma
wine and
Stompers.
baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RichieVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. The Sonoma Stompers pregame show is on the air. Kieran Costa and Nate Martin have you covered up until first pitch here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. Get all the insights and analysis for tonight's contest and hear from Stompers manager Zach Pace on the Stomper Report. Your coverage of Stompers baseball starts right now.
For the final time in the 2026 regular season, it's the Stompers and the Blues. Sonoma trying to salvage the season series down here at Sinsheimer Park. I'm Kieran Costa, joined alongside by my broadcast partner, Nate Martin. And Nate, there's a long bus ride looming here in 4 hours, and the bus ride yesterday didn't treat the Stompers so well. An ugly performance off the bus last night.
Yeah, but let's hope the bus ride back is a little bit more high energy and better feeling, because if you play the way you did last night, it is going to be a brutal 5 hours up the 101 to Sonoma, because last night you got one hit and struck out 18 times. That cannot it's going to be hard to replicate that if you're slow pitching. But if it happens again for the Sonoma lineup, there are some serious concerns, because on paper, this is one of the best lineups that Sonoma has had in years. But over the last couple games, you haven't really seen it.
Yeah, the hits are there for Sonoma, especially over the weekend against the Legends, but the runs still hard to come by, as they are year in and year out. And last night, Nate, it was a one-hitter for slow pitching. They used 3 different arms to get there. Connor Mendez, the starter, was outstanding. 5 innings pitched of perfect baseball with 11 strikeouts. Then Bryce Padilla comes out of the bullpen. He gave up the perfect game on a 4-pitch walk to Garcia, and then Bryson Ayala would break at the no-hitter with an infield knock 2 batters later. And then Sonoma, in a 2-0 game, had the bases loaded with just 1 out, with Vassell and Carlson coming to the plate. But nothing came up that inning, Nate, and I think that was really the turning point.
Yeah, absolutely, because immediately after, at that point it was actually a 1-0 game, and then in the bottom of the 6th, Miles Mader hits a solo home run to double the lead, and then from there the lineup couldn't really produce, and then in the 8th inning you gave up 4 runs to really just eliminate any chance that you had coming back, and then from there bring in some of the people who probably won't be getting as much run this series as pinch hitters. But it was a really, really tough watch yesterday, because normally the problem with the lineup has been, okay, they get into scoring positions, but they can't score. Last night, they couldn't get on base at all. They only got 1 hit, only walked a couple other times. So that is something that has to change tonight in order for Sonoma to get some runs on the board, let alone win.
Pitching duel, though. Jake Andreas pitched very well. The lowest amount of quality at-bats the Stompers have had in a game in 2 years. So not a lot of offense will be featured in the highlights. Nate Martin takes you through last night's loss.
The Stompers took the 5-hour drive down south to take on the first-place Blues at Sinsheimer. Early on, we looked like we'd be treated to a pitching duel.
It's no balls and 2 strikes, as it's a scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the 2nd. Struck him out swinging. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. C.J. Moran heads back to the home dugout. 5 strikeouts for Jake Andreas.
But if Jake Andreas was impressive for Sonoma, Connor Mendez was downright perfect for slow.
Mendez fires. Swing and a miss. Number 10 for Connor Mendez. Welcome to the CCL, the Oregon State Beaver.
Mendez struck out 11 batters in 5 perfect innings. And once the Stompers bullpen came into the game, that's when the tide started to turn for the Blues offense.
2-0 to Chavez with runners on first and third. The pitch. Hit into opposite field, right to Johnston. The runner tags from third. Play at the plate doesn't even come. The first run of the ball game comes on a sac fly from Cesar Chavez. It's 1-0 slow. in the bottom of the 5th.
While it was small ball to start for San Luis Obispo, the long ball would start to come into effect the very next inning.
The pitch hit high into deep left. Bass is chasing, and it is gone. Miles Mader clears the left field wall for his second home run of the summer. The Blues double their lead. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th.
And things would turn from bad to worse for the Stompers in the 8th. They entered the home half down by 2 and exited it.
No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is bounced to short. Ayala goes back, gloves it, and throws to first in time. Nice play there by Ayala. A little chopper scores the run. So back-to-back RBI 6-3 groundouts for Mader and Suzuki. It's 5-0. 3 runs here off McCown, all earned.
The Blues would add another run to make it 6-0 into the 9th. And the Stompers, who only got 1 hit the entire game, would strike out for the 18th time to end it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bonfili leads off first. Rodriguez sets at the belt and pitches. Shepler takes a called strike 3 on a breaking ball. The ball game is over. The Slow Blues are scorching hot. 10 wins in a row for the Blues. Your final today, 6-0. A pitching duel, at least to start yesterday's game. Jake Andreas, his best start for the Stomps. No earned runs, just 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 hit batsman. He struck out 7 and 4. And now he turns over to today's starter, Tabor Fast, making his Stomper debut. 6'2", 210. Lefty out of Washington State, Nate.
Yeah, and it wasn't really the ideal year at Washington State this last year. Struggled with his command, 18 walks to 8 strikeouts. But it's a new summer. We saw Andreas struggle at USF, but he had a great bounce-back performance last night. Fast clearly has the stuff because he was one of the highest-ranked he was the highest-ranked left-handed pitcher out of Washington in high school, committed to Texas Tech, got some run with the Red Raiders before a couple of a medical redshirt year, and then another year that was wasn't even a redshirt year, but just was out because of injury, transferred to Wazoo, 20 appearances with the Cougars. So kind of still getting back into the swing of things, and this summer's a real good chance to build some momentum heading back into the fall with Washington State. I
asked Zach Pace about his new arm in this Wednesday edition of the Stomper Report. Welcome to the Stomper Report. Last time here in Slow, the second of 2 games, and Zach, tough go yesterday. Perfect game for their starter through 5 innings. What made him so effective against your guys?
Yeah, he was a really good arm. He was locating 3 pitches, mixing it up, keeping our guys off balance. He had a really good fastball. I thought his changeup was good and his curveball was good, and he was, throwing them all for strikes. And when guys do that, it's pretty tough. Sometimes if a guy can't locate one of those, you can eliminate one. It makes it a little bit easier. Our guys didn't have a chance to eliminate anything. He was kind of just throwing all 3 there for strikes. So he did a really good job. You just got to tip your cap sometimes to that.
We can take a look at the season as a whole. You guys are 5-6. The exact same situation you were in the last 2 years. Obviously, last year you made the championship series, you made the CCL North Championship the year before that. What gives you the faith that this team can do that same thing?
Yeah, we got a bunch of good players. It's baseball. You got to ride the waves. And right now we're on the low end of the wave. We got to try to find a way to kind of push that boulder a little bit, get that rock moving for our momentum. And sometimes to get that rock moving, it's a little tough at the start, so... I have all the faith in the world in our guys. I love our guys. They're a really good group of guys and good ball players. So I think we'll be okay. We just got to take it day by day and try to get better each day and trust the process.
Wesley Bass's first full game in the lineup. Tough go at the plate, of course, you mentioned, facing really good pitching. Anything you picked up on him, just watching him take 3 at-bats in a game?
Yeah, he swings hard. He, I think he's a really good athlete. And I know he was a little frustrated yesterday. He wanted to kind of show, his first game a little bit better for us. So I know he was pressing a little bit in that sense, maybe gripping the bat a little bit too much. But I think he'll be just fine. And hopefully he has a better day today. And I kind of wanted to just put him back out there in the same spot and just see what happens today. And, hopefully, has a better day.
If you see a guy pressing like that, obviously maybe still pressing, looking for that first time on base, first hit under a new team, new coaching staff. Is there anything you say to him, or he's a D1 guy, he'll figure it out himself?
I mean, you tell him to take a deep breath and, relax and, easier said than done, but, yeah, you try to get him to have that slow breathing, right? And like really calm down when you get up there. And if you're kind of too amped up, it's really tough in this game, so try to find that controlled aggressiveness.
You guys are throwing a new arm out here. Tabor Fast from Washington State joined the team just a couple of days ago, now gets his first start. Not about him particularly. When you're watching a guy that you've recruited or seen his maybe college tape out on the mound in front of you for the first time, just what are a couple of things you're looking out for?
Yeah, I want to see some strikes, hopefully a lot of outs. I've never seen him throw, so this will be my first time checking it out. But, we want to get outs and have a quality start, and, hopefully filling up the zone a lot, so be looking for the location and, his control and, the height of the baseball, if he's up or down, that kind of stuff. So just kind of, taking a look at all of it and, evaluating from there.
And then the top of the lineup, you go Keys and Taylor back-to-back today, the first time we've seen those two at the top. What was your decision-making there?
Just changing it up a little bit, I told Chase, I know you're hitting the heck out of the ball right now, but I think for the team, we want to change it up, and we were winning, when Keys was at the top, so, try to switch it up and see if that helps us out today, and hopefully it does, and we can come out on top.
Thanks, Skip.
Thank you.
Thanks to Skip for taking the time, as always, to chat home and road with me before the ball game. He, as we mentioned, sends out Tabor Fast, and he has his ball club working a 3-game losing streak, Nate, and they've all been ugly ones, 2 winnable games over the Menlo Park Legends, 5-3 and 6-3 if I remember correctly, and then 2 slow 6-0 last night.
Yeah, we're kind of talking about it, it's a 10-game win streak for Slow right now, the hottest team in the CCL by far. You have to break that win streak. What we talked about on opening day when these two teams faced off for the first time was the importance of splitting the series. That's what the Blues and the Stompers have done every single year for the last couple seasons. Based on how the Stompers have looked recently and how the Blues are looking right now, you'd imagine it's going to be a really tough job for Sonoma, but this lineup can get hot every single night. It's just a matter of getting on base and then scoring those runs when you can. That's what's going to be so crucial for Sonoma tonight.
Stompers have to get them on, get them over, and get them in. That's what they'll try and do to salvage the season series against Slow. It's the final game down here on the Central Coast. Sonoma and San Luis Obispo coming up next on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
Thanks for tuning in to the Stompers pregame show. First pitch is on the way here on the Stompers Broadcast Network. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats to the family. La Michoacana Ice Cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite.
Cresco Rents. What you need, when you need it. And we show you how to use it. It's simple. You choose it, you use it. We have the right tool for every job. Never buy it, never store it. When you need it, just rent it.
I'm Chris Smith, president of Cresco. If you need it, Cresco's got it.
All over the Bay Area and online at CrescoRent.com.
Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. The lines are painted. The lineups are in, the field is raked, and the cleats are laced. Your Sonoma Stompers are just about ready to take the field. Now, straight to the voice of the Stompers, here's Kieran Costa.
Just about set for baseball here at Sinsheimer Park in San Luis Obispo. The Stompers wrapping up this 2-game series and 2-game road trip before the Stompers get back home for a 4-game homestand this weekend. But the one in front of them is against 11-2 Blues team. Dean Traynor sends Quincy Winkler to the hill, the second time he'll face Sonoma this season. On June the 2nd, he went 5 innings with just 1 hit, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks. A no decision in a game Sonoma would win. The Stompers have gone 4-6 since that point. The Blues have not lost since that last Quincy Winkler start. 11-2 slow, 5-6 Sonoma. Getting set to go here at Sinsheimer Park in San Luis Obispo. I'm Kieran Costa, joined alongside by my broadcast partner, Nate Martin, on the road, a long way from home. The Stompers send out this lineup as announced by manager Zach Pace. Trent Keys back in the leadoff spot, followed by the center fielder Chase Taylor and the first baseman Hunter Carlson. The first righty in the lineup, Wesley Bass, in the cleanup spot. The third baseman Tino Vassell hits 5th. The DH today is Nick Sebastiani hitting 6th. Misael Urapero plays 2nd and bats 7th. The catcher Gage McCown 8th. And the shortstop, Kays Ramelar, hits 9th. They go up against Quincy Winkler, who's 6'8", 225-pound righty from Templeton, California. He redshirted at Cal Poly in 2025, transferred to West Valley College, where he played with Andrew Bonfili. He's made 3 appearances, 2 of them starts, 2 earned runs over 10 innings pitched, and 12 strikeouts and just 6 walks. That's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone who just attacks the zone, generates swings, misses. Half of those strikeouts came versus the Stompers on opening day. Got 6 Sonoma players to strike out. So he has some good momentum against Sonoma. He just has to have his bullpen support him a little bit better this time out.
Starts with a tough guy to strike out, and that's Trent Keys, a left-handed hitter. Back in the leadoff spot where he started this season, and time is called by the home plate umpire Justin Martin before this ball game even begins. Mr. Martin has the balls and strikes. Tony Bautista down the first baseline. Brian Ashbrook over at third. Justin Martin says play. Winkler comes set. Keys is ready in the lefty batter's box. Let's rock and roll here on a Wednesday night. First pitch is cut on and missed at 6:03 p.m. Pacific time. It's 64 degrees. Beautiful day against a beautiful backdrop here at Sinsheimer. Trent Keys, Chase Taylor, and Hunter Carlson. Those will be the 3 to hit against Winkler. Carlson, the only guy that got a hit off Quincy back at Arnold Field. Keys takes up and outside 1-1. Trent batting .375 this season, a .535 on base percentage. Pretty consistent for Keys this year. He was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts yesterday, like just about every other Stomper. 1-1. Keys takes below the knees with a fastball. The count's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Keys already doing a good job of getting ahead, being patient, not trying to force swings at pitches out of his zone like we saw the Stompers do last night.
Ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Winkler exclusively from the stretch pitches, and Keys fouls it back up towards us, right behind home plate in the broadcast booth here at Sinsheimer Park, and the count's 2-2. Beautiful day here on the Central Coast. Lots of hitting room up the middle. Alves shaded to the pull side, and Keys grounds it right to the shortstop, Murillo. Sets his feet and fires across the diamond in time. Keys is out to start the ballgame, and let's set the rest of the defense around Winkler. He's throwing to spear the catcher. It's Blasi, Becker, and Ashlock left to right. Comerford, Murillo, who just made that, plays at shortstop. Alves at second, and Rivas is at first. A couple new names in the lineup compared to yesterday.
But Slow has the depth to be able to do that. They have a lot of guys hitting north of 250 this season, a lot of guys hitting above 300.
Taylor swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. 0 for 3. Yesterday he also walked. He's 0 for 10 against the Blues this summer. The 0-1 to him is outside 1-1. Taylor looking to push that on-base percentage. That sits right now at .310, an average at .265. Just one extra base hit for Taylor so far. Has to get on, and then he can use those wheels that we saw at UConn last year. 1-1 pitch coming to him, 1 out in the top of the first. He takes low inside. The count's 2-1. Taylor 0 for 10 in now his 4th game against the Blues of the summer, but when he came down here to Sinsheimer for the 2024 CCL North wildcard game, 1 for 2 with a run scored. 2-1 from Winkler, outside 3-1, and one more wide one would be Taylor's 8th walk of the season, which would match him 8 walks, 8 Ks. And you get Hunter Carlson in the on-deck circle, the only guy that got to Winkler in those 5 innings. Hitters count to Taylor. 3-1 pitch from Winkler's hit high in the air. Left field side drifting out of play. Count runs full 3-2.
I'm already liking the approach from Sonoma batters a lot more than yesterday. Stompers went down. The first 6 got retired via a strikeout, and a lot of those weren't long at bats.
Stompers' first base runner was the leadoff man in inning number 6. Payoff pitch, Winkler to Taylor. Here it is. Chase lines it back up the middle and through for a base hit. Soft single for Taylor. Taylor's first knock against Slow, and now his 11th at bat, but a line drive in the scorebook on a flare back through the middle. And
look at that, Kieran. We've already matched last night's totals.
I know. And it only took him 2 hitters, and it took them exactly 5 less innings, actually.
Took about 5 minutes into the game.
It did. And we were flying yesterday, too.
Yeah.
Stompers need a win and it to go quickly, get back to Sonoma County as early as possible. Pitch to Carlson, pops it up, swings first pitch. Bermuda triangle in left center. It's the shortstop Murillo who gives away to Blasi, who makes the catch. Carlson took a hack first pitch and just popped it up. The only chance was that for a miscommunication that dropped between Becker, Blasi, and Murillo, but the left fielder took charge. It's his Sinsheimer debut, but fought off the shadows, fought off the big outfield, and made the play.
Blasi, one of a few new guys in this Slow lineup that haven't faced Sonoma pitching yet this summer.
Wesley Bass swings at the first pitch and hits it foul. Taylor had that stolen off of Quincy Winkler. Bass decided to swing, and Taylor heads back to first. Bass 0 for 4 so far as a Stomper. Hat trick of strikeouts yesterday. Taylor bluffs but doesn't go this time. Bass swings and misses a check to first, and Rivas drops into a one-legged crouch to block the ball. And Taylor's back. Chase had it stolen off of Winkler.
Yeah.
On that first one. Bass was late on it too. I think maybe you pick up the runner and you just take the pitch.
I think Bass was maybe just trying to send it to opposite field to try and see if he can advance Taylor even more. But yeah, I agree with you. Just take it.
Pitch is up and outside, 1-2.
That's an encouraging take from Wesley Bass, who struggled with the strikeout last night, struggled with the strikeout at Georgia State, a high fastball up in the zone. That's always tempting for hitters.
Competitor in the box. He swings really hard. Taylor runs again. Bass fouls it back. Sporting the number 44, worn 2 years ago by Kyler Zukowski, and he has a very similar stance to Zukowski. Points the bat straight up towards the heavens, and then when the pitcher starts his load, he cocks it back and gets ready to swing. High front shoulder for a tall righty from Georgia State. Hails from Marietta, Georgia. We'll see if Taylor goes on the 1-2. He does. Bass takes high. The throw from the knees hits Winkler. The 6'8" Quincy Winkler just stood right in the catcher's throwing lane. Stolen base for Taylor, his third. Spear tried to throw from his knees, and Winkler, you either have to duck or get out of the way. He just drilled him.
6'8" frame, it's a little hard to duck right there. If you're Winkler and you see your catcher getting ready to pop, you need to have some intensity to get out of the way. He was very nonchalant about getting out of that throwing path.
Winkler seems to be okay. He's back out on the mound. And now, if Wesley Bass can get his first hit as a Stomper, it will more than likely drive in his first run as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads from second. Bass hits it foul. Bass works at bats. That's something we saw yesterday, even with the 3 strikeouts. Worked one of the better at bats, especially in that 5th inning. Battled a couple times, hit a couple pitches foul. He's an athlete out in left field today. Zach Pace was really like that. Mayo likes how hard he swings. That's the hitting coach. Taylor heads for third. Bass pops it up. Should be playable. Shallow center. Murillo out. That's the shortstop who makes the catch. P6 to ground out a couple pop-ups. Taylor gets a knock, but he's left. Nothing across for the Stompers with the Blues coming up in the bottom half.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us.
Tabor Fast makes his Stomper debut, sporting the road grays. Sonoma, Navy script across the front, Navy numbers on the back, the orange numbers on the front, and the bright orange bill. He went to Olympia High School from Chehalis, Washington. The 6'2", 210, 22-year-old is a southpaw who from Olympia High School went to Texas Tech for 2 seasons, pitching in 17 games, and made 20 appearances last year at Washington State. 2 of them starts, an ERA over 13 in 19 and 2/3 innings, 18 walks and 8 Ks. So he walks less than 1 an inning, but it's almost 1. Strikes out less than half a hitter an inning. So don't expect a lot of swing and miss from the lefty Fast. He faces Becker, Murillo, and Comerford here in the first. Rene Regalato down in the third base coaching box, Paul Teixeira at first, and the leadoff man, Becker, takes a called strike.
The key for Fast isn't going to be getting strikeouts because that's not his game. He wants to induce weak contact in the zone.
Fast pitches a called strike again. Fastball top of the zone. Working from the windup. Rocks and delivers an 0-2. Popped up. Very shallow left. It's going to be the left fielder, Wesley Bass, who makes a 2-handed catch. Tino Vassell could not see that baseball off the bat, but gave way to the left fielder, Wesley Bass, who made the catch in left field today. Chase Taylor in center, Trent Keys in right. I think that's going to be the outfield, go-to outfield the rest of the way here for Sonoma. Tino Vassell, Kays DeRommel are on the left side of the infield. Misael Uripero, and then Hunter Carlson at first.
I'd argue if Vassell, your pair of Carlson's first base catcher DH.
First pitch to Murillo is low.
That's probably going to be the infield for the rest of the summer as well.
I think Vassell's a mainstay, Europero's a mainstay, and then the first base is a platoon, of course. Not a platoon because they're all lefties, but a rotation because Zach Pace is, a new catcher every night. Fast delivers a called strike. And the count's 1-1. I think Bryson Ayala is still the starting shortstop
I
for
would
the
agree
squad.
with that. I absolutely would agree with that.
Gage McCown has the catching duties today. The 1-1 is sent into right center field. Long run for Chase Taylor, but he runs it down. Chase Taylor is an A++ center fielder. Definitely on balls in the air. He struggled a little bit with balls bouncing towards him in center yesterday. He makes this catch, 2 down. Brendan Comerford tries to continue this inning, and he's done a good job of that. He's hitting .408 with a .517 on base.
I mean, a couple times already at Sinsheimer, we've noticed how balls just kind of hang up in the air.
First pitch is a called strike.
I mean, maybe if that last one is, hit at Arnold, that one might drop for a base hit, and Taylor has to play it off the bounce. But instead, it's a different, approach with the ball hanging up in the air, and that's what allowed Taylor some great speed to get to it.
That was my mistake. It's not Brendan Comerford. It's Cutter Gage Webb who hits it foul, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. That's a late scratch. Brendan Comerford was in Dean Trainer's original lineup today, but he goes to the Rice Owl Gage Webb. We'll see if he's at third base. So, Gage Webb is the man that takes an 0-2 pitch off the corner away to make it 1-2.
And it's pretty rare to see Brendan Comerford not in the slow lineup. He's only missed 1 CCL game so far this summer, entering today, and tonight's the second.
So Gage Webb will now be the third baseman. He's also going to play third base. 1-2 to Gage Webb is popped up. Very shallow left field. Wesley Bass has a beat on it and makes the play. 3 fly balls, Nate. We talked about weak contact, and that's what Fast got in a 1-2-3 first. We head to the second, scoreless on the Sonoma Stompers broadcast network.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
We head to the second. Cutter Gage Webb is at third base. He replaces Brendan Comerford. Scoreless ball game talk of a second. Tino Vassell, Nick Sebastiani, and Misael Europero. Vassell 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts yesterday. Left-handed hitter. Awaits the first pitch from Winkler, and he takes a called strike 1. That's the home plate umpire, Justin Martin. Tony Bautista and Brian Ashbrook are in the field today. Vassell in the 5 spot today. Nick Sebastiani 6 and Misael Europero 7th. Tino takes high, 1-0. and that's because of a lefty-righty matchups. Chase Taylor's bumped to the 2nd spot. Zach Pace wants to leave Hunter Carlson in the 3-hole. Wesley Bass is the righty to break him up before you go back to Vasella lefty in the 6th spot. The 1-1 Winkler to Vassell is low 2-1.
I'm a fan of Vassell in the 5 spot, Kieran. Second on the team in RBIs to Hunter Carlson. He's come up clutch plenty of times this summer with runners in scoring position.
5 extra base hits for Vassell. He swings and misses here. That counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vassell trying to get on base to start this inning. The Stompers had the leadoff man on just twice. 2-2 pitch. Vassell takes a called strike 3. First strikeout of the ballgame for either pitcher. It's Vassell looking, and that brings up Nick Sebastiani. 0 for 6 in the 2-game series back up at Arnold Field. Sebastiani, a righty, came in defensively yesterday but didn't get an at-bat. First at-bat down here at Sinsheimer this year. He takes way up and outside. That counts 1-0. 5 for 32 on the year, a home run and 5 RBI. 11 strikeouts to just 6 walks. A tough start to the campaign for Nick. Trying to break out here. The 1-0 pitch to him is a called strike. Sebastiani coming off injury. Had a hamate injury at Santa Rosa Junior College. Maybe some lingering effects here to start his Stompers campaign. 1-1 pitch to the 2-time CCL North, all CCL North team. Swings and misses. That counts 1-2.
And hamstring injuries are just ones that kind of,
Ham-8 injury. Hamstring, I think he'd be
fine.
Ready to roll here. 1-2. Struck him out swinging. Chased a breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Winkler. And now Misael Europero will try and keep the inning alive.
Well, he's only got 9 to go to match the starter from last night. And
Exactly.
slow pitching entirely, 16.
18, 16, 17, 18?
Well,
One
they
of
got
those
16
three.
more to go to get to
They do have
18.
16 more. Stompers struck out 18 times yesterday. 11 from Mendez, 3 from Padilla, 4 from Rodriguez. My goodness.
It doesn't even look real looking at it in your scorebook.
Second time they've done that, too, this year. The pitch is lined to the second baseman, Alves, who makes the catch. Stompers go quietly in the second, 3 up, 3 down. 1.5 innings in the books of scoreless baseball at Sinsheimer Park between the Stompers and the Blues.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take a bow, Trent Keys, the walk-off hero.
2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win.
The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Stompers scoreless through the first 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the second where Tabor Fast tries to match Quincy Winkler's zeros. And Fast's first inning as a Stomper, not too shabby, Nate. A couple of pop-ups and a fly ball.
Yeah, that's the scouting report on Fast. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. But the thing was, he got himself into a lot of 2-strike counts, which is really encouraging. If he can continue to do that and induce weak contact, he's going to be a really solid starter for Zach Pace all summer. The problem is it's the command, and it really didn't see much of an issue in the first inning, but as the game goes on, naturally your arm starts to become more tired. That's when it can kind of go away and become an issue.
He faces Miles Mader, who homered yesterday. That was off Alec Murray, a long home run out to left, where it's 335 down the left field line, 395 to dead center, and 325 down the line and right, but the ball does not carry to that right corner of the ballpark. Trent Keys plays in, out and right. First pitch to Mader is low for ball one. Miles got just 3 games for Indiana University, where he redshirted his freshman year. The Atlanta, Georgia product was the 33rd ranked prospect out of the Peach State. It's impressive. That's a baseball powerhouse state. And here he's hit. Mader flips the bat and jogs to first. That's the first base runner allowed by Tabor Fast today. And we'll see him out of the stretch for the first time. Nate?
I mean, Mader was flipped the bat and was already on his way to first before home plate umpire Justin Martin called that a hit by pitch.
Knew it clipped him in the thigh area.
Momentum was kind of dragging him that way based on how he hit it.
Now it's Sean Rivas from Cuesta College, hit just under 300 there. Pitch misses, and the count's 1-0. Rivas from Paso Robles, California. 38 games. He had 7 doubles and a triple for Cuesta. Fast takes a peek at first and delivers another close pitch. The count's 2 balls and no strikes. Mason Ashlock on deck. Fast hoping to find the command a little bit here. Mader leads off first, not a threat to run. Carlson holds him on. Fast pitches. Called strike, top of his own. That's the breaking ball. The count's 2 balls and 1 strike. Duromolar and Europero play for 2 up the middle. Keys still in and right. Bass deep and left. The pitch misses, and the count's 3-1.
I mean, it's a really righty-heavy lineup. We're going to see this defensive setup for a lot of the ball game. Before Cutter Gage Webb got added to the lineup as a last-second addition, it was 8 righties in the order.
Opposite of the Stompers lineup at times. 3-1 from Fastest hit foul. Rivas, the righty, was late on a heater. Count runs full 3-2. Rivas 4 for 12 this season. 3 of those 4 hits, doubles. Netted 5 RBI. Payoff pitch from Tabor Fast. 1 on, no out in the second. Struck him out swinging. First strikeout for Tabor Fast in a Stomper uniform. And there's 1 away here in the second.
And that was a good strike as well, Karen. Came back in the count and got Rivas to swing at some high heat.
Now Mason Ashlock, a guy that struck out 10 times, hoping if you're Tabor Fast, you can make him your second victim. From Dripping Springs, Texas. Went to Weatherford College and spent last couple of years at Rice. He hit just a $179 for the Owls. Fast delivers a breaking ball, ironically, and it's in there for a called strike.
It's a couple times now in a row where we've seen Fast go to the breaking ball first pitch.
Stomp still shaded for 2, looking for a ground ball to get out of this second inning. Fast delivers a pitch. That's called a ball by Justin Martin. Ashlock 256 with a 383 on base percentage. The right fielder today was the DH yesterday for Dean Traynor, who has Paul Teixeira coaching first base and Rene Regalado coaching third. The pitch is popped up, and Trent Keys is going to drift back and right and make the catch. Maybe that's why he's playing in. Nady read that one all the way. It's the 4th fly ball out here, and it's just the second inning. So Fast is fooling these hitters. They're getting under it, and none of them have been hit hard either. They've just been fly balls all around the yard. Taylor's caught one, Keys has now caught one, and Bass has caught two. He also struck out Rivas, and now that brings up Tate Blasi. Fastest pitch to the righty is off the corner away. Gage McCown tried to bring it back. Justin Martin didn't bite. The count's 1 ball and no strikes here in a scoreless ball game. Home half of the second inning.
Tabor Fast knows it can be a bit boring to be an outfielder. He's getting him involved early.
Exactly.
I like that.
Mater leads from first base. Fast pitches, and it's a called strike. Wazzy from Colorado Mesa, transfer from Barton Community College. For the Mavs in 2026, he had 367. 12 doubles, 3 triples, 12 home runs. 1-1 to him. Fooled him badly. An ugly swing from Blasi, and the count's a ball and 2 strikes. Fast looking to get out of this inning after he hit Mater to lead off the frame. Rivas struck out, Ashlock flew out, and before a 1-2 pitch to Blasi, he steps off. Stompers will get the top of the lineup back up in the 3rd inning, hopefully to spark something. First, we have to get out of this bottom of the 2nd. Fast delivers a 1-2. It's a weak ground ball up the right side. The pitcher Fast is going to flip to first in time. Tabor Fast can field his position right. That down Zach Pace. What a play by the pitcher Fast. It was a weak ground ball heading towards second. Fast came off the mound, picked it up, and just slings it across his body to get the speedy Blasi. 1-3 the putout. No runs on no hits, 1 left to hit by pitch. We head to the 3rd inning in a scoreless ball game.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence. From roof repairs to installations, Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Third inning here in slow. We've cruised through 2. Each team has gotten 1 base runner. Neither of them have scored. It'll be Gage McCown, Kays DeRomolar, and then back to the top in Trent Keys. For the Stomps in the 3rd. Hitting room in right center. The pitch to McCown is hit back, foul out of play towards the press box, but it won't make it up here. Sinsheimer Park, built sort of like Sunken Diamond where Stanford plays. The entire fans are all a level above the field. As that one missed outside 1-1. So the press box is high enough above the screen where a ball could get up and over it. Arnold Field, a little bit more of an intimate environment. It feels like you're right on top of the action. 1 ball, 1 strike. And it's a called strike 2 to McCown, who's going to have a word with Justin Martin and just say, when I'm back behind the plate in the bottom of this inning, I want my pitcher to get that call as well. McCown 3 for 13. Now 3 for 14. He strikes out swinging. Third K for Winkler.
I think more crucially, third K of the day for the Stompers. Looked really clean in that first inning, but now 3 of the last 4 have struck out. This is what we saw last night, and that's not a good sign for Sonoma.
McCown had lots of words for Kays DeRomular and then for Trent Keys, who's now on deck. DeRomular, a right-handed hitter, takes a called strike outside edge. Spear, a great defensive catcher. Looks like from here that he brought that one back off the corner, but we shall not know. DeRomular, Gold Glove shortstop at Santa Rosa Junior College, out of eligibility at the 2-year level, hoping to find a 4-year institution for the fall. The 0-1 to him is low, 1-1.
And Spears, you know, praised for his defense abilities, as you said. Started out at Gonzaga, then went down, then went to Washington for a couple years, where he currently plays with the Huskies. Played in 8 games this past spring and hit 2 RBIs.
1-1 pitch. Grounded towards second. Alves gets behind it, sets his feet, throws to first. DeRomular out by a step. 4-3 the putout, and now that's 6 consecutive Stompers retired since the Chase Taylor single.
Well, at least they have a hit so far, Karen.
Couldn't say that until the 6th. The last 2 games. 2 of the last 3 games, that is. Stompers need this one badly. Heading back to a 4-game homestand against San Francisco, Menlo Park, and Alameda. Keys chases up above the zone. The count's 0-1. Grounded out to the shortstop, Murillo, to start the ball game. Hits with 2 outs and no one aboard in a scoreless game in the 3rd. Winkler, a long hold, comes set and pitches. He bounces it, but Murillo has another chance. Backhand slides throw across the diamond in time. Nice play by Diego Murillo. The Stompers go 1-2-3 in the 3rd. We head to the bottom of the inning. 0-0 your score between the Blues and the Stompers.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority. And Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams.
Tabor Fast, a couple of zeros to start his Stomper career. He now faces Kevin Spear, Brady Alves, and Kyle Becker. 8-9-1 in Dean Trainer's order. Slow still searching for their first hit. Miles Mader was hit by a pitch to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. He was left there. Fast to Spear. Call the ball.
Every inning that you don't put up a run on the scoreboard is an opportunity for Slow to put up a run. We know the Blues are going to score this game. Sonoma hasn't proven they can recently against Slow, having been shut out the last 2 times they've played.
1-0 is low, 2-0.
And that's why it's important for Fast to continue doing what he's doing, forcing weak contact, getting in two strike counts, making the slow hitters earn their chance to get on base.
Spear in a great position to do just that, ahead in the count 2-0. Inside corner, the count's 2-1. The call from home plate umpire Justin Martin. Spear 2 for 9 in league action with 4 strikeouts and 2 RBI. Brady Alves on deck has just 1 hit in league play, and that was in the 8th inning yesterday. A 4-run 8th for Slow. 2-1. In there, 2-2.
And that's what I mean. That's what's so crucial from Fast, is to come back in these counts and get into 2-strike opportunities. He's not going to strike you out every single time, but if he can get himself into that position, that's where he's more likely to force weak contact.
He shakes off McCown. Now they're on the same page. But 2-2 offer. Outside and low, yanked the fastball. He wanted to throw that pitch.
It's kind of a similar dynamic between Fast and McCown to what we saw last night with Mendez and Mater. Fast, a veteran of college baseball, has been around a few different places, entering his redshirt senior year.
Payoff pitch. Bounced foul at home plate.
McCown, meanwhile, just finished his freshman season, was more used as a pitcher than a catcher with CSUN. So, they kind of have to learn each other, and Fast knows what he wants. That's why you're going to see probably a lot of wave-offs and struggle to agree on a sign.
The 3-2 pitch coming from Fast. Here it is. Outside for ball for a walk. Second consecutive inning, the leadoff man's been aboard via free pass. Now it's a struggling Brady Alves, a righty out of Butte. Fast comes set at the belt. Scoreless game here in the third. Alves squares to bunt, takes outside. Alves had his first hit of the season, or in league action at least, yesterday. That was in inning number 8. Didn't even get to hang out on base. Chase Taylor threw out the runner trying to get to third base. Alves ahead in the count 1-0. He squared to bunt on the first pitch. Let's see what he does here. He does again and takes. Slider away, 2-0.
Curious to see how long Fast pitches tonight, Karen.
You'd think it's the same 60 to 70 pitches. I think Washington State wants to lengthen him out a little bit. He pitches here and misses badly. It's 3 balls and no strikes. And Brady Alves is not a guy you want to walk. Hasn't really beat anybody with the bat so far. The 3-0 pitch. Fast get me over is in there. It's 3-1. Blues in a prime position to strike first. Spear walked to lead off the inning. The 9-hitter Alves is ahead 3-1. And then you get to a dangerous top of the lineup with Becker, Murillo, and Webb. 3-1. Runner goes. It's popped up on the infield. It's Tino Vassell, the third baseman, who makes the catch. Tabor Fast bailed out. He was behind 3-0, and Alves hit maybe a 10-foot pop-up on a 3-1. Tabor catches a break, and now you can roll a double play on Kyle Becker and get out of here.
Feels like a big out right there, Karen, early. To come back at the count, go from 3-0 to then forcing a really weak pop out there on the 3-1. That's a victory for Tabor.
First pitch to Becker misses. The left-on-left matchup between Fast and Becker. Kyle played last year at Northwest Nazarene with Hawk Hill, who is a pitcher/grad assistant coach this year for the Blues. Played 3 years in Sonoma. Becker takes high. After his last couple years at Northwest Nazarene, he's headed to USD. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Fast has been behind everybody this inning. A peek at first base and a delivery outside, 3-0 again. Diego Murillo on deck. The top 3 in the order all flew out in the first inning. 3-0 called strike 3 and 1. The exact same script as the Brady Alves at bat. I don't know if Becker's going to give in as easily. The 3-1 pitch from Fast. Called strike 3 and 2, and Tabor's done a very nice job of battling back once behind. Wouldn't be surprised if Spear runs on this pitch. He tried to take off in the Alves at bat on a 3-1. Fast pitches, runner doesn't go, pitches high ball 4. 2 walks in the frame. And now Diego Murillo comes up in an RBI opportunity. Murillo, 355 average, 512 on base, 7 RBI, a chance to add more and have his slow team strike first. Runners lead from first and second. Spear from second and Becker from first. They both walked. Fast takes a peek out at the runner at second and delivers low 1-0. The command eluding the Stompers starter a little bit here in the 3rd inning. Murillo sporting the high navy blue socks, bright red batting gloves for the right-handed hitter. Runner goes Spear. The pitch is low. McCown's going to throw behind to second base, and they got him. That's the 3rd time this season the Stompers have thrown behind the play on the double steal, and it's worked every single time. Kevin Spear goes to 3rd, but out at second is Kyle Becker, and now that's the 2nd out. Even though the runner's 90 feet away, you're a pitch away from getting out of it.
That's big. Massive, Kieran.
Nice play by Gage McCown. Heads up play to he knew he needed an out on that play. You don't have to always get the lead runner on those steals, and he got an out, and now you're a pitch away. 1-1. This one's hit to short. DeRomalar gloves it, throws to first in time to get him. Stomper defense, a couple nice plays to escape the 3rd. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a man left. Scoreless through 3. Nate Martin takes over the play-by-play duties in the top of the 4th on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz-Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God, rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Welcome back to Sinsheimer Park for the top of the fourth alongside Kieran Costa. I'm Nate Martin. 2, 3, and 4 to the plate here for Sonoma. Taylor, Carlson, and Bass facing Quincy Winkler, who's been solid so far. Only has allowed one base runner. I was off a Taylor hit last time around. Taylor swings the first pitch, hits it into shallow center field. Becker calls for it and hauls it in for out number 1. One pitch, one down here in the top of the fourth. Brings up Hunter Carlson, who also swung on the first pitch, first time up today. That was a pop out to left field. His second time facing Winkler tonight, had a hit against him on opening day back on June 2nd. First pitch, looked at high in the zone, called for strike 1. Carlson last night, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. One of his worst days at the plate this summer for Sonoma. Looking to bounce back tonight against the man he's had success against. The 0-1 to Carlson. Breaking ball finds the zone, 0-2. Winkler mainly working with a fastball slider mix. Fastball around 88, slider around 79. He also threw a curveball a couple of times with a little bit more vertical drop. 2-strike pitch to Carlson. Popped into foul territory. Long run into foul territory for Blasey, and it drops in front of a Stompers bullpen. Right in front of the fence that separates the bullpen from the foul territory. Is there an argument there's a play to be made there for on the Blues? I don't think so.
I don't think anyone had a chance at that one. Wesley Harwell, the tall righty, up and loosening for Sonoma. Tabor Fast struggled with the command a little bit in that third inning. Walked 2, but got out of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him a 4th inning here.
That's to be seen. We're still here in the top half. 1 down, 0-2 to Carlson with nobody on. The pitch. Broken bat over into second. 2-hopper fielded by Alves in time for out number 2. That brings up Wesley Bass, who's retired 10 straight Stompers to bring up Wesley Bass.
Bass needs to get rolling here. This would be a nice time for his first hit.
Hasn't reached this summer for Sonoma. This is his 5th time to the plate. Had 3 strikeouts last night as Zach Pace comes out of a dugout to have a quick word with Wesley Bass. What are you telling Bass in this moment here?
I don't know. I've never seen Zach Pace do this ever.
I haven't seen this either. It's not really a common thing you see managers do, come out of the dugout to have a word with their hitter before an at-bat.
I don't know. Maybe you're trying to slow his game down a little bit, throw Winkler out of his rhythm. But Bass just pressing a little bit at the plate so far. Let's see what the skipper said to him and if that can pay off.
Pace heads back to the dugout. Bass back into the batter's box. Winkler of a 6'8" righty ready to go. First pitch to Bass. High, ball 1. Designed to throw off Winkler. Might have worked. The catcher Spear had to spear up to haul that one in. The 1-0 to Bass. That one in the zone, 1-1 over the inner half of the plate.
Even the body language from Wesley here, you can tell that he's feeling the pressure of not having that first hit yet. He looked so disgusted at the call, put his head down, had a conversation with the ump after that call.
How does he handle the 1-1? Pops that one into shallow foul territory, first base side, and Rivas hauls it in for out number 3. Third straight inning, the Stompers go down in order. We head to the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless between the Blues and the Stompers.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated team of professionals guarantees excellence, from roof repairs to installations. Crandall delivers top-notch solutions with unmatched value. Crandall Roofing uses only Class A fire-rated materials, and Crandall Roofing is certified by the manufacturer to extend warranties up to 50 years of coverage. Crandall Roofing's simple pricing for roof services ensures transparency and ease. With straightforward rates and no hidden fees, Crandall Roofing makes roofing solutions accessible for all. Let your next roof be your last roof. Crandall Roofing, Diamond certified and proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Bottom of the 4th here at Sinsheimer. We welcome you back to a beautiful Wednesday night, not a cloud in sight here in San Luis Obispo. With a new arm into the game, Wesley Harwell relieving Tabor Fast of pitching duties. Fast in his debut with Sonoma, 3 innings of work, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 1 hit by a pitch, and 1 strikeout. The man, Zach Pace, goes to Wesley Harwell, has faced San Luis Obispo this summer, struck out 5 on opening day against San Luis Obispo, and that's really what Harwell is on. He is a hard pitcher to hit, solid velocity in the low 90s. This is his 4th appearance of the summer, working with a 3.0 ERA out of the pen. The pitch goes the outer half of the plate, misses, 1-0. It's 3, 4, and 5. Webb, Mater, and Rivas to the plate here, the heart of the order. The 1-0 to Webb. Looked at high, 2-0. Webb hitting in place of Brendan Comerford, who was a late scratch. The order, the everyday third baseman, not playing today. The 2-0 to Webb. Outside ball 3. Harwell, last time we saw him was against Menlo Park on Sunday when an inning gave up a hit, struck out a batter as well, no runs surrendered. The 3-0 misses outside ball 4. Never a good way to start your outing, a 4-pitch walk to Cutter Gage. Webb brings up Miles Mater with a runner on. Harwell struggled with command at USF. 4 walks to 1 strikeout in 5 appearances. Gives up a free pass there. Miles Mater to the plate, who has done damage to Sonoma pitchers before. Home run last night back in the 6th inning to double slows the lead. They would take that one 6-0, still scoreless here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody out, one on for the Blues. Harwell's ready to face Mater, righty on righty. Kicks and fires. First pitch over the zone, strike one. First strike of the day for Wesley Harwell through 5 pitches. Harwell from Mountain View, California. 3 hours north of here in San Luis Obispo. The 0-1. Fastball on the dirt. Protected by McCown. Runner holds up at first. 1-1's the count. McCown, one of those catchers, praised for his defensive abilities. Had a rough going on the mound last night as a two-way guy. 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 4 runs, responsible for 3. And allowed Slow to run away with the game. The 1-1. In the dirt again, bounces over to the first base side, and the runner takes off. A simple advance for Webb on the wild pitch from Harwell. It's now 2-1 on the pitch low and away. Miles Mater wasn't even tempted by that one. Runner in scoring position with nobody out here for San Luis Obispo as Gage McCown wants a word with Wesley Harwell. Harwell in relief for Fast, and it's been tough so far. He's only gotten a called strike once today. Has to step back in to a 2-1 as McCown's back behind the dish. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Harwell looks back at second and delivers the plate. Hit over to third, lightly, fielded by Vassell. Throw is high, but Carlson able to stick a foot down for the first out of the inning. The runner advances to third. Webb kind of waited to see what Vassell would do with that one and took off, especially after he saw that throw was high, but Carlson at 6'3" leaped up to haul it in. Sean Rivas now to the plate as Mike Nunez going to have a word here with Wesley Harwell. Early for Nunez to come out, considering that it's just 1 down in the fourth, but you do have a runner at third. It's a scoreless game right now, and the Stompers against an offense that's averaging 7 runs in league play don't want to get them on the board early.
Yeah, if I'm Sonoma and Mike Nunez, I think you make this mound visit to kill some time. You have Luke Samolik starting his pitching routine. He's a guy you trust to come in with runners on base. I think Sonoma knows they cannot give up more than 1 or 2 runs here in the early going.
Nunez back to the third base dugout. The infield back to their positions. All 4 are playing in. First look at any ball in the dirt will be home. As Rivas steps back in, struck out first time today, second time up. The pitch to Rivas. Misses inside and low, ball 1. Wind blowing out to left. 1 on, 1 down. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Fastball, and Rivas couldn't catch up to Harwell's heat. One. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, protected by McCown. Stayed right in front of him. It's 1-2 now to Rivas.
Have him where you want him. For Wes Harwell. You've gone to the dirt twice and it's worked. I'd elevate the fastball.
Harwell struck out 5 Blues hitters first time he faced Slow. Ahead of the count here, 1-2 to Rivas. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Harwell gets his 6th of a season against Slow, his 1st of a night, 2 down in the bottom half of the 4th.
Yeah, infield can go back, and now the Stompers hoping the Blues are the team that struggle with men in scoring position.
Had a runner in scoring position in the 3rd. That was the leadoff man, Spears, who couldn't score. This is their first time they've had a runner on 3rd, though, with Webb, 90 feet away from scoring. 2 outs to Mason Ashlock. Infield at regular depth. First pitch, low in the dirt, ball 1. Ashlock flew out to right field, where Trent Keys currently playing at relatively normal depth. The 1-0. Over the plate, 1-1. $10 for 39 this season entering play. 7 walks, 10 strikeouts. For Ashlock, the 1-1 comes in. Inside, ball 2. Ashlock, to his credit, did a good job selling that call. Getting out of the way of that one that really was never going to hit him. The 2-1 to the left fielder. Bouncer over to short. Deromalar fields it. Thrower across the infield in time. Out number 3. The Blues lead the leadoff man Webb on 3rd. We head to the top of the 5th. Still scoreless between the Stompers and the Blues.
Can't make it to the game? No problem. Watch all Stompers home games streamed live on the Sonoma Stompers YouTube channel. You can catch all the action with Kieran Costa and Nate Martin starting 20 minutes before first pitch with the Stompers pregame show. Join us on the road for radio feeds of all Stompers road games, live on the Stompers Radio Network.
2-1 pitch to Keys. That one's bounced towards second. There'll be a play at the plate. They'll throw home from left field. Kicks away. Take about Trent Keys, the walk-off hero. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Braden Gens pitches. Beal strikes out swinging. Stomps win.
The pitch to Sebastiani is hit a mile to deep left field. Coupland back at the track. See you later.
Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Top of the 5th, still scoreless between the Stompers and the Blues. Slow riding a 10-game winning streak. Sonoma trying to bounce back from a L3. That'll be Vassell hoping to get on. Tries to lay down a bunt first pitch. That one goes high and out of play. 0-1 to Vassell. Winkler, we saw him go 5 innings first time these two team plays, and he looks very comfortable. Has only allowed 1 base runner this game. That was Taylor's single back in the 1st. The 0-1 to Vassell. Taken high, ball 1. Vassell struck out looking in the 2nd. That's his 11th strikeout of a year, 3rd against Blues pitching. The 1-1 to Vassell. Taken low, ball 2. The USF Dawn. Second on the team in RBI, has no one on here in the top of the 5th, still scoreless. The 2-1. Hit down the right field line, and it drops for a base hit. Going all the way to the wall. Vassell's thinking 2. Hoke holds him up there. It's a leadoff double for Tino Vassell. And the Stompers have their first runner in scoring position since the first, and their second hit of the ball game. That's already more than they had against Slow last night.
Exactly. In hindsight 2020, you want Vassell going at third because the cutoff man, Alves, drops the ball. But with nobody out in the inning, I really like the idea to hold Vassell at second with a double. Dave Hoke didn't throw up a sign. I think that was Vassell's read by himself.
Infield playing in here to Sebastiani, at least the corners are. And Sebastiani showing bunt, pulls it back, and takes it high and away, ball one.
Yeah, bunt's coming, and Paul Madarena, the hitting coach, really wants his hitters to square early. When you're blocking the plate, you're out in front, your nose over the middle. It's hard to hit your spot as a pitcher.
Showing bunt again. The first baseman playing about 40 steps in. The pitch gets away. But Spear covers it. It was down the third base line. It would have been a pretty simple throw to third, and that's why Vassell held up.
Yeah, if that kicks backwards or up the first base side, I think Vassell's at third.
Absolutely.
A couple chances for Tino to get that 90 feet, though.
The 1-1, you'd expect Sebastiani to lay down a bunt again. Rivas comes in yet once more. The pitch pulls it back and takes it high for a strike.
He attempted at that ball. It was a fastball up. You have to just leave the bat where it's going. If you don't move, it counts as a no swing, but he lifted the bat to try and bunt that.
Vassell dancing at second. The 1-2 to Sebastiani. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike three to bring up Misael Reparo with one down.
An unfortunate title's now been given to Nick Sebastiani. He's the Stompers' leader in strikeouts.
13 on the year, 2 today. Brings up Misael Reparo, who has 11 himself. I mean, there are a lot of Stompers, 4 in the lineup right now, who have hit double-digit strikeouts this summer and are only in week 3.
Swing and miss has been a big issue for this squad.
Reparo swings and miss there at a ball in the dirt, 0-1. Reparo. Behind the count here, 0-1 with Taylor on second. 1 down in the inning. The 0-1 to Misa. In the dirt, protected by Spear. Kept that one in front of him, and more importantly, keeps Vassell at second. 1-1's the count.
You can't bunt now with 1 out.
The infield not really expecting it.
Stompers need a hit here to keep the rally going with less than 2 outs.
The 1-1 to Reparo. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Reparo in a position he's found himself in quite a few times this summer. 2-strike pitch. 11 Ks on the year, trying to avoid number 12.
Got to at least move Vassell to third so you could score on a pass ball.
The 1-2 to Vassell. He takes off. Reparo held up in time. And Vassell is 90 feet away from scoring on a stolen base. He had a good read on that one, Karen.
Yeah, stole that one off the pitcher, Winkler. We saw Taylor get great jumps earlier this game, and now we see Vassell steal that base there. You infield in, big at-bat.
Reparo just has to get it to the outfield of Vassell's speed. The 2-2, taken inside, called strike 3. 2 outs now in the inning. Gage McCown trying to score the first run with Vassell at third. It's not ideal, Kieran, but you're still in a position where 2 outs, runner at third in a scoreless game. A ball to the backstop gives you the lead.
So does a hit. The problem that is, I think an issue with this ball goes that our first thing we think with 2 outs is that the inning's just going to end. Gage McCown, shoot a single to right.
McCown takes that one lone away. Ball 1.
Situational hitting hasn't been there. No one on this coaching staff's going to tell you it has, but No better time than now to change that. It's a true steal for Vassell, by the way, his third.
McCown up ahead in the count. That steal ties Vassell with a team lead. The 1-0 taken away, ball 2. And Spear wants a word with Winkler.
Slow him down a little bit here. First time he's worked with a runner at third base today. Taylor got into scoring position, but Carlson and Bass both popped out to end that inning. And then after that Taylor single, it was what, Nate? 3, 6, 9, 11 straight retired, and then Vassell doubled to lead off this 5th.
This is 4th double of the year for Tino.
Team lead in that category by 2.
Speaking of 2 balls, no strikes to Gage McCown. 2 outs in the inning with Vassell at third. The pitch popped the other way. Long run for Ashlock, and it drops foul before he can get there. 2-1. Vassell will head back to third.
I don't hate it. That ball's a 1.5 feet towards the line. It dunks in. I mean, it right down the line. No one's catching that baseball. A little flare, but a foul ball.
I'll just kind of hang up here at Sinsheimer. It's 2-1 to McCown. Has 2 RBIs has an RBI this year. That was back in San Francisco on the road. The first of the ball game. The 2-1. McCown takes that one outside, ball 3. Hitters count here to Gage. If he can find a barrel, the Stomps have their first lead over the Blues since opening day. The 3-1, swing and a miss. McCown's down to his final strike of the inning. He's seen the 2 hitters above him, Sebastiani and Urapero, both strike out with Vassell in scoring position. He's trying to avoid that fate.
He swung at ball 4, but I think 3-1 count. He's sitting fastball. He saw it out of the hand and just pulled the trigger too early.
Payoff pitch, hit right up the middle, off the leg of the pitcher. Throw over to first, gets away off the glove of Rivas and into foul territory. Vassell scores. It's 1-0 Sonoma, their first lead since June 2nd over the San Luis Obispo Blues. And we'll see how that one is scored. It's an E4. It bounced awkwardly off of the leg of Winkler. Bounced over to Alves, whose throw just got away.
Yeah, that's a really, really weird play because it looks like it's going up the middle for a single, and then it's World Cup season. That's a beautiful back heel from Quincy Winkler. It goes high in the air, and it looks like the Blues have caught yet another break. It's right into the glove of Alves, who had time to throw out McCown. He rushed the throw, yanked Rivas off the bag, and it's a run.
And Alves mainly in the lineup for his defense. But that one just got away, and it's 1-0 Sonoma just like that here in the bottom of the 4th. 2 down, in the top of the 5th. 1-0 Sonoma with Kays DeRomalar coming to the plate. It's the first run on the road since Alameda on Wednesday. Rather, Menlo Park on Sunday. First pitch, hit high from DeRomalar into shallow left field. Couple Blues coming together. Blasi hauls it in for out number 3. But not before one run comes across the plate. The leadoff double from Vassell and scores off the E4. It's 1-0 Sonoma as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
At Ricci Vineyards, we feel that wine and baseball are the perfect pairing, and we are proud supporters of our Sonoma Stompers. Our family-run vineyard has been farming and growing grapes and carneros for over 40 years. We encourage you to witness our wine journey and check out our selection of boutique offerings at RicciVineyards.com.
The Stompers are proud to have Adams Chiropractic as our official chiropractor. Keeping our players healthy and in the lineup is our #1 priority, and Adams Chiropractic is right there every step of the way, thanks to Dr. Lawrence Adams. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
He got his knock.
Welcome back. Sinsheimer Park. Stompers lead 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th alongside Karen Costa. I'm Nate Martin. Wes Harwell has a lead to defend. He's got to do that against 7, 8, and 9, Blossy, Spears, and Alves. Alves, the man whose era allowed Sonoma to take the lead. He's the last batter in the inning if the Stompers can retire them in order, and Harwell gets ahead 0-1 on a swing and miss from Blossy.
Shutdown inning time for Wes Harwell.
The 0-1, taken high, ball 1. Blossy retired in the 2nd on a very impressive athletic play from Tabor Fast. The 1-3 ground out. That easily could have been an infield single. The 1-1. Taking on the outer half of the plate, 1-2. Justin Martin being forgiving on the outer half of the plate. Ball and a half, like so many other umpires in the CCL. Harwell, the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Blossy was ready to swing, but then pulled it back as he saw that pitch was going to miss at least a few balls outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Hit into shallow right. Carlson drifting over into foul territory, and he catches it for out number 1. Brings up Kevin Spears, the catcher, who walked in the 3rd and made it all the way to 3rd, but could not score. He's got nobody on, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Harwell working from the center of the mound. Delivers the pitch. This is outside at 1-0. Spears wanted to lay down a bunt there. The 1-0 to Spear. Hitch into shallow center, and it drops in front of a chasing Taylor into that left center gap. He fields it. Spear holds up at first. It's a 1-out single.
There goes the no-hitter, 4 1/3. Not bad.
The Blues pitching staff took a no-hitter into the 6th. In that inning, they got out of a bases-loaded jam.
Let's go turn to double play.
Brady Alves, the man that Harwell hopes to be victim to that, with a runner on first and Spear. Popped up to Vassell, first time up today, second time hitting. First pitch, over the plate, 0-1. Middle of the infield at double play depth. Alves, a second baseman. His error is the reason why Sonoma has the lead. Behind the count here, 0-1 to Harwell. The Dawn fires. Runner takes off, bounces foul down the third base line.
Spear had a great jump there. Second time we've seen him run today. And Ryan Giacomini, the voice of the Blues, gave us a great nugget in between innings. Alves in league and out of league play in the last 2 years for the Blues is 8 for 75.
Got his first hit last night of the league campaign in the 8th inning where 4 runs crossed the plate for San Luis Obispo. The 0-2 to Alves, bounced over to first. Carlson takes it himself, 3 unassisted. The runner advances with 2 outs.
It's a bunt. It's just pretty much a bunt.
Pretty much a bunt. Advanced Spear to second. For the top of the order, Cal Becker, 3rd time up today, walked in the 3rd, then got caught stealing. Becker entering today 9 for 30, a double, a triple, and a home run. He's looking to tie the game with 2 outs with a runner on second. Harwell delivers against the lefty. That one bounced off the leg of Becker. It's 0-1 on the foul ball.
Stompers have some back-end arms ready in the bullpen. Harwell has to get out of this 5th, and then Luke Zamolik will be the next man in, grad guy from Youngstown State.
Saw him debut against Menlo Park on Sunday. Harwell also pitched in that game. He's ahead of a count here. 0-1 to Becker. The pitch taken outside, ball 1. 1-0 Sonoma leads in the bottom of the 5th. But the Blues have a runner in scoring position at second with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike to the top of the order, Becker. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Great pitch there from Harwell.
Down to his final strike of the inning.
Anyway, anyhow, Nate.
Harwell delivers the 1-2 outside, ball 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if Smolik faces Murillo if this inning continues. I definitely don't think Harwell faces Webb. That would be a second time through.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch outside, ball 3. Full count here. Becker's back in it. One for 6 with 2 strikeouts this season against Sonoma. And a 3-2 count. Harwell delivers. Hit high and foul out of play. We'll do it again. Becker originally started his collegiate career at Nevada. Now at Northwest Nazarene University, a D2 program where he went 4 for 9 in the spring. San Diego native out of those batters' backs as the home plate umpire, Justin Martin, brushes home plate. Steps back to his position behind McCown. Becker of a lefty back in the box against the righty Harwell. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. The 3-2 delivery. Inside, ball 4. A 2-out walk to bring up Diego Murillo. 2 on, 2 down. And for righty coming to the plate, Murillo 0 for 2 today. With a fly out and a ground out.
Biggest at bat of the game for San Luis Obispo so far.
Trailing by 1 to Sonoma. Murillo hoping to change that. A hit into the gap, scores one, and ties the game. Harwell's 9th batter face of the game. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Inside. Murillo just couldn't get it.
Murillo not a guy that goes down easily. 355 entering play today. Stompers have got him twice. Numbers say he'll get him this time.
The 0-1. Hit high to shallow center. Taylor chasing under it and hauls it in for out number 3. The Blues get 2 on in the bottom of the 5th, but they can't score them. It's 1-0 Sonoma as we head to the top of the 6th.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma. Rawhides on deck. Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck. On deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
For the first time down in San Luis Obispo, the top of the order comes to the plate for Sonoma with a lead. The Stompers up 1-0 in the top of the 6th over the Blues alongside Kieran Costa. I'm Nate Martin. Keys, Taylor, and Carlson hoping to add on to that 1-run lead. They'll have to do it against Quincy Winkler, turning 21 tomorrow as just announced over the PA. And a pretty sizable Wednesday night crowd here at Sinsheimer. First pitch to Keys, bounces that one foul towards the Blues dugout, 0-1. Keys today 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to short. Has gotten on base every single league game this summer. The 0-1 to Keys. Pops that one foul, 0-2. I was on a check swing that he just couldn't pull back in time. 0-2 here to TK. The 0-2 to Keys, takes that one high, ball one. We saw Keys strike out twice last night. That's not something you see TK do a lot.
First time he's struck out multiple times in the game all year. 2 ground balls to Murillo today.
The 1-2, that one in the dirt, ball 2.
Insurance, insurance, insurance. That's all you can think about.
A 1-run lead. It's going to be tough against the lineup as hot against the Blues. We believe Luke Zmolik will be the one coming in to defend that lead soon. It's 2 balls at 2 strikes here, though, in the top of the 6th with nobody out. The pitch. Keys hits that one the other way. Long run for Murillo. He backhands it, throw over. Doesn't even come. And it's a infield single for Trent Keys, and that on-base streak is still alive into game number 12 of the CCL summer.
The on-base streak lives for TK25. TK3.
You might have even said
stuck.
2K25.
I'm stuck in
2025.
2025, where he wore 25.
2026 has certainly been very fruitful for Trent Keys as a hitter, as Taylor to the plate, lays down a bunt, pulls it back, though, in time. Ball in the dirt, ball 1. Keys, some good speed at first. Taylor, great speed at the plate. That's why you'd imagine he's trying to lay down a bunt here. Webb very much playing in, though, on the grass. Taylor shows bunt, pops it foul. About a step or 2 away from Rivas, the first baseman. Tried to make a play on it, but could not. It's 1-1 to Taylor.
Ugly bunt from Chase there, popped it up. Luckily enough, it dropped untouched down that first baseline, but Taylor a good bunter. He's shown that in the past.
Has another opportunity to do it here. The 1-1. That one bounces.
I think it's a ball.
We're going to call it a ball, and Keys is going to take second on a stolen base. His now in scoring position. It's now 2-1 to Taylor. A weird sequence here at Sinsheimer. A 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
Goes in the book as a pass ball. That's how Keys gets to second.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out to Chase Taylor. Hoping to advance Keys to third. Hopefully home. Checks his swing on that one on the 2-2, and he went around. Taylor strikes out for the first time tonight. 1 down in the top of the 6th. Stomps by 1. To the plate, Hunter Carlson, 0 for 4 last night, 0 for 2 today. He's searching for his first hit at Sinsheimer, the league leader in RBI. Just needs to find a gap in the outfield, and Keys doubles the lead with his speed at second. The pitch to Carlson, checks his swing, ball in the dirt. Carlson went around on that check swing. It's 0-1. It's one thing that Winkler has done a good job of is inducing check swings from Sonoma hitters. The 0-1 to Carlson, taken low, ball 1. His Georgia State teammate, Bass, on deck. Carlson, at the very least, wants to advance Keys. The 1-1, 1 down in the top of the 6th. Keys looks at a breaking ball over the plate, 1-2. 1-2. Keys at second, one down in the top of the sixth. The pitch. Carlson checks his swing there. Keys takes off for third, and yes, he went around on that check swing. A delayed call from the third base umpire, Brian Ashbrook. Carlson strikes out swinging there. Keys took off for third there. He is now 90 feet away from scoring, and if he wants to score, it'll have to be Wesley Bass with 2 outs.
Brian Ashbrook was trying to make a call at third base and watch the check swing at the same time.
Multitasking is tough, especially when you're a baseball umpire. First pitch to Bass, looked at for a ball. It's like texting and driving, Kieran. Don't do that.
Well, I think texting and driving is something I can 100% say don't do. If you're a third base umpire, please try and watch both at the same time.
Has to do what he has to do. That one taken for a ball, 2-0 to Bass. That was the first thing I thought of when I thought of multitasking, Kieran. It was a really bad example.
That's on you. That doesn't even cross. When I think of bad things, that's what comes to mind.
2-0 hitters count to Bass. He swings and misses 2-1. A really aggressive swing. That's something that Coach Mayo loves about him.
He swings hard. He'll run into one soon.
Well, if he can do it here in this at-bat, he doubles the lead at the very least. 2-1 to Bass. Pitch hits that one high to left. Blassie tracks over a couple steps in and hauls it for out number 3. Keys made it all the way to third as the leadoff man, but he can't score. It's still 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Bottom of the 6th, Sonoma leads by a run, and they turn to Luke Zmolik for his second appearance of the summer to defend it. Zmolik relieves Wes Harwell of pitching duties. 2 innings of work, no runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout from Wes. And Zmolik will be facing the heart of the order, Webb, Mater, and Rivas. And one of the biggest things that stands out to me about Luke Zmolik is his velocity. We're seeing him in the 90s.
He's just a veteran. He's 22 years old.
Taking on Webb, first pitch inside ball 1. Youngstown State, third stop on Zmolik's pitching journey. as the righty delivers the 1-0 to the lefty, Webb. That one fouled back, 1-1. Previous stops at Butler and Ave Marie. From Monroe, Washington originally, against Texas native Webb. The 1-1. Misses low, ball 2.
Not sure how long Zmolik's going to be sticking around here, as some connections in the draft league out east and maybe even affiliated ball, or pro ball, beg your pardon.
Just to make the most of it while you can. The 2-1, big leg kick. That one, ball 3. McCown just is having a hard time handling Zmolik's pitches.
Yeah, first fastball set up away, missed in off the glove, and that one kicked in there.
Hitters count now to Webb. Reached via a walk back in the 4th. Still searching for his first hit of the night. Had a home run back at Arnold in his very first at-bat as a Blue. The 3-1. Pops that one foul the other way, 3-2.
Got to get the leadoff guy here.
Zmolik. Payoff pitch to Webb. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Just the 3rd strikeout of the night for Sonoma pitching. Zmolik gets in his first batter faced.
Nicely done by Zmolik to battle back from behind 3-1, and he's a veteran presence out there. He's not going to let the heart rate get too high, and he's standing on the mound staring at Miles Mader, who's just taking a couple extra practice swings in the on-deck circle. It should be fun.
A couple of guys who know Indiana well. Mader just wrapped up his freshman season there where he took a red shirt. Zmolik started his collegiate career with Butler and Indianapolis. A couple of basketball programs, a couple of baseball players here facing each other for the first time. That one misses, low and away, ball 1.
As Zmolik's talked a lot about how much he trusts his stuff, he just needs to put it in the zone, and he thinks he can get outs at this level, and, well, I agree.
Behind the count here to Mader. 1-0, the pitch, misses low and away, ball 2.
Back-to-back yanked fastballs.
At least that one a little bit earlier, probably finds the plate. Sun starting to set at Sinsheimer. Hitters count 2-0 to Mader. Zmolik's pitch. Looked at for a called strike 1.
At the knees. Great spot for a pitch from Zmolik. Time to attack. Has to be time to attack if you're Zmolik. You can't get behind this guy 3-1.
Mader's taking the Stompers deep last night. The 2-1. Looked at, called strike 2 on the outer half. The man on deck, Rivas, has struck out twice. Mader finds himself in a 2-strike count, looking to avoid his first punch-out of the evening. 1-0 lead for Sonoma. 1 down, nobody on here in the home half of the 6th. Zmolik's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Luke Zmolik. 2 down in the 6th. Brings up Sean Rivas, who struck out twice tonight.
Trust your stuff. When you get to 2 strikes, especially a true freshman hitter like Mader, he's not going to be able to pick up the pitch mix. That's exactly what happened.
Sean Rivas steps back in. This is his first game against San Luis Obispo, against Sonoma rather, all summer. Cuesta College looks at that one for a called strike 1. On the fastball low. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Luke Smolik trying to get through this inning clean. Struck out the first 2 batters he's faced. 0-2 ahead here on Rivas. The pitch. Inside, ball 1. Have to wait another pitch against Rivas, who struck out 7 times on the season and just 14 at-bats. The 1-2. Hits that one to right field. Keys under it and makes the squeeze for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Luke Smolik's first inning of work down here in Slow. And it's a good one. 1-0 Sonoma leads. Kieran Costa takes you home on the Sonoma Stompers Broadcast Network. 1-0 Sonoma.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats to the family. La Michoacana Ice Cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Trey Lagrone III comes out of the bullpen. He's a lefty, and it looks like he's going to be a tough one to hit. A funky arm slot for the Reno, Nevada native, who stands 6'4". Finished up his freshman year at West Valley College, where in 14 appearances he pitched 40 1/3 innings, and his first pitch is a called strike to Tino Vassell. Lagrone's gone just 1.1 innings here for the Blues. He gave up a walk and 2 strikeouts. He pitches outside. He struck out 46 hitters in those 41 innings for the Vikings. That also included 29 walks and 21 earned runs, which netted him a .469 earned run average. Talking to Hawk Hill, former Stomper, before the game, he had high praise for Lagrone and how hard it is to hit coming from this arm slot. The pitch. Vassell cuts and misses. The count's 1-2. Winkler's day ends, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 unearned runs, no walks, 7 Ks. Got Vassell once. 1-2 pitch coming from Lagrone. Vassell takes outside 2-2.
You saw the Stompers score on get something going against a reliever last night after the starter got pulled.
Bryce Padilla couldn't find the zone really for a bit there. Lagrone's doing just fine. He strikes out Vassell swinging his first 8th for San Luis Obispo pitching.
And that's why it feels important to get going against the reliever here. It feels like Sebastiani would be a good guy to get going. Lefty on righty, you give the advantage here to Sebastiani as the hitter. He's struggled tonight, 2 strikeouts, but all it takes is 1 to get back on the hot seat.
Sebastiani, a home run and 5 driven in this season. 0 for 2 today, struck out swinging twice, and here he takes inside and low, 1-0. 1-0 ball game, top of the 7th. Slow and Sonoma met 4 times in 2025. 3 out of those 4 were 1-run games. This one seems heralded for that same fate as Sebastiani hits this one foul down the third base line. In between that third base and the third base coach, Dave Hoke. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Sonoma, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Slow. That run was unearned on that Alves error. The pitch to Sebastiani is bounced weakly to third, in play this time. Webb gets a nice hop and throws out Sebastiani 2 away. And the hits have been scattered for Sonoma. 1 out single in the 2nd, a leadoff double in the 5th that was Vassell who came in to score, and then a leadoff single for Keys in the 6th. 2 outs, nobody aboard in the 7th from Misael Europera. Tough series for Misa, 0 for 5 with 3 Ks. .226 entering play today, on base at .428. Trying to snap an 0 for 2. Takes outside and low. Europero a lefty, Lagrone a lefty. Lights are on, they've yet to take effect. The left field corner bathed in sunshine as that one misses off the corner, 2-0. The shadows continue to creep. The right side of the field is fully in shadow, but left side is fully in the sunlight, and the center fielder Becker split down the middle. 1 step over towards left. The pitch to Europero is a called strike. 2-1. Winkler was outstanding today to start for the Blues. 6 innings, 1 run. Europero takes. Pitch that misses, 3-1. On the other side, the Stompers has been a little bit more by committee. Tabor Fast for 3, Wes Harwell for 2, and Luke Smolik for 1, and Devin Legento up and loosening in the bullpen. Sonoma counting out. There's 9 to get. 3-1 to Europero. Bounce weakly to shortstop. Tough play for Murillo. Coming in. Gloves throws on the move and gets him. Nice play by Diego Murillo. Gloved it and threw in 1 motion. 1, 2, 3 go the Stompers in the 7th. Time to stretch at Sinsheimer Park. Sonoma clinging to a 1-0 lead.
In your quest for roofing services, look no further than Crandall Roofing. Crandall's dedicated. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana ice cream and treats to the family. La Michoacana ice cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana ice cream and treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. And proud partner of the Sonoma Stompers. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Devin Laginto will be the fourth Stomper pitcher. Luke Samolik, easy, breezy, beautiful in the seventh. 1-2-3 with a couple of strikeouts. Laginto now comes in for the fourth time this season. He's allowed 1 earned run in 3.1 innings. That's spread over 3 different outings. He pitched against these Blues back, that was all the way on June the 2nd, and this one's hit foul. So Laginto sort of trying to bookend the winning streak here. The Blues' last loss was when Laginto pitched the first CCL game between these two in Sonoma. He threw 1.1 innings. He got the win in that one, as that one misses low. Second-year Stomper, who went to GCU out of Rancho Cotati High School and then spent last year throwing for the San Joaquin Delta Mustangs, delivers a called strike 1-2 to Mason Ashlock. I was talking, Hawk Hill really giving me all the information, all the nuggets I've got on the Blues. 2-1 is fouled in the glove. I think the count's 1-2. That's on me. The count holds at 1-2 there to Ashlock 0 for 2 today. He was talking about how the Blues hitters really struggled to pick up Laginto in Sonoma. And Ashlock here is working in at bat as he smokes this one foul up the first base line. Laginto's earned run this year came against the Merchants.
The solo home run.
Solo job in the 9th.
Yep.
1-2. That one's hit hard to center. Chase Taylor back. Looks like he has a beat on it and gets behind it to make the catch. A hard hit baseball off the bat of Mason Ashlock, but it finds the glove of Chase Taylor. And the Blues are still in search of that second hit.
Taylor made that a little bit harder for himself, and I think he had to. He had to really reach low to reach to get that one. Kind of took an awkward path from it. Rare to see from Taylor out in center.
Yeah, the wind's blowing towards left, so he took a straight beeline back, and I think that ball just tailed on him in the last moment. Good thing he was behind it, so it was an easy play. And the first pitch misses outside from Laginto. Tate Blasi 0 for 3. He's grounded out to the pitcher, and a foul pop-up to the first baseman, Carlson. The 1-0 to him is a called strike, 1-1.
Never seen Laginto work longer than an inning and a third in CCL play this summer. I wonder what exactly is the plan here from Pace.
The 1-1 is low, too, and when Laginto works so quickly, right-hander gets the ball and he's ready to go. Devin was a starter for Sonoma last year. He started Game 1 of the CCL Championship Series and left in line for a win. 2-1. Just misses. 3 balls and 1 strike. If anybody gets aboard, they have the tying run, and that would put the go-ahead run at the plate. Right now would be Kevin Spear, the man on deck. Laginto's 3-1 pitch. Bounce to third. Vassell gets an in-between hop. Takes a few steps and throws to first. An ugly play, but Vassell gets the job done. That's an in-between hop, and for a second he couldn't get it out of his glove, but stayed calm, took a couple extra steps, and threw to first. The Blues look like they're the team pressing today. A couple times ahead in the count, 3-1. We've seen some ugly swings from San Luis Obispo.
Yeah, it's a lineup who a lot of the guys in this lineup haven't really played as much. Rivas only 12 at-bats entering today. Blasi only 10. Spear, the man at the plate,
takes a called strike.
Only 9 entering the game. So these guys are trying to prove themselves to Dean Trainer, who has a really solid, a lot of guys that he relies on. They've been a really solid lineup to start the year. Why do you think they have 10 wins in a row?
Laginto's 0-1 hits him. Kevin Spears on base for the 3rd time today. A walk, a single, and now a hit by pitch.
And
go-ahead run at the plate is Brady Alves' spot. Alves a right-handed hitter. He's popped out and grounded out today. Got his first hit yesterday. He's 1 for 16. Laginto's going to fill up the zone and go get him here. You can't let Becker, the top of the order, come up. Laginto's first delivery in there for a called strike one.
Beautiful pitch. Started very inside. It looked like it could have hit Alves, and then it just drifted into the zone.
Textbook front door slider from Laginto. His 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. It's hit in the air to left center field. Bass has a beat on it, and he comes on and makes a two-handed catch to squeeze it. Alves retired for the third time today, and it's a 7th consecutive 0 for Stomper pitching. We roll on to inning number 8. We've got a good one at Sinsheimer. Stompers lead it 1-0.
Nestled in the heart of Sonoma, Verano Cafe stands as the answer to locals yearning for wholesome food. Opened by Veronica Perez and Carlos Rubio, this cozy diner is nestled conveniently at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano Avenue. At Verano Cafe, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are experiences crafted with love and local ingredients. Each dish is a symphony of taste. But Verano Cafe isn't just about breakfast. Their lunch menu features favorites like fish and chips and classic French dishes catering to all tastes. Dinner includes house-made pasta dishes and elegant entrees. What really sets Verano Cafe apart is its commitment to quality and community. With locally sourced ingredients and a dedicated team that feels like family, Verano Cafe offers a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Whether you're a Sonoma local or a visitor, Verano Cafe promises to elevate your dining experience. Join us today and become a part of the Verano Cafe family. Verano Cafe, located at the crossroads of Highway 12 and Verano
Rawhides on deck.
in Sonoma.
Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck.
On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
To the 8th inning we go. The Stompers were 1 hit by the Blues last night. They have just 3 tonight, but it's yielded a run, and the pitching staff has matched last night's Blues. They have just 1 hit allowed against these slow hitters. LaGrone out for a 2nd inning of work against McCown, DeRomalar, and Keys. First place Blues against the 4th place Stompers. LaGrone delivers. McCown takes a called strike. Gage disagreed. Sonoma hoping to bookend the 10-game heater that the slow Blues have found themselves on since that game back in Sonoma on the 2nd. Then a 0-1 pitch inside. LaGrone's 1-1 pitch to McCown. A long hold and a delivery. Gage hits it hard to the left side. Gloved by Gage Webb, and he throws in time. Very strong infield defense on both sides. There was one play, that broken play back in the 5th inning was a ball that kicked off the pitcher at the time, Winkler, into Alves' glove, but he could not make a throw. That's the error on the board for the Blues, and that led to the run on the board for the Stompers, and now Cage DeRomalar will be the hitter. Cage McCown was at the plate when that ball was kick-saved by Winkler.
Long words with DeRomalar and Keys, the man on deck from Wood.
And McCown had a lot to say to the two guys coming up, and DeRomalar Raises the hands, but takes a pitch called strike on the inside corner.
I mean, makes sense. It's very different facing a 6'8" righty than it is facing LaGrove, who's 6'4" lefty with a really weird release.
LaGrone comes set at the letters and delivers. That one's too far inside, 1-1.
And he really twists over to the side and kind of overhand tosses it in to the batter's box.
LaGrone a little bit of a wind-up because he comes set at his face and now drops to the belt, turns and fires. This one's bounced to third and foul. One ball and 2 strikes to Kays DeRomalar, the shortstop today for Zach Pace. 0 for 2 in the contest. Stompers wrap up the road trip, mini road trip as I like to call it, just a 2-game set down here in Slow.
Well, it's easily the biggest road trip of the year they do each season.
1-2 pitch on the way from LaGrone. Struck him out swinging. Well, it kicks up the first baseline. Spears sets and throws to first. Second strikeout for LaGrone. 9th for Blues. Pitching back to the top in Trent Keys we go. And after the 5-hour bus ride tonight, the Stompers are back in action tomorrow. That's a 6:05 first pitch against the Seagulls. That's a theme night. It's a Little League night at the ballpark. Saturday against the Legends is World Cup night. Wear your jersey to the ballpark. Beg your pardon, that's Friday. Saturday, Latino Heritage Night, and Sunday is a Father's Day game. The pitch to Keys is hit him. 5th time this season, Trent's been clipped by the pitch. 2-out base runner for the Stompers. And to wrap up our theme nights this weekend, so we'll run through them one more time. It goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Little League night, World Cup night, Latino Heritage Night, Father's Day. Get tickets to all of those games on our website, stompersbaseball.com. I'm interested to see the jersey selection we have at Arnold Field Friday against Menlo Park. First pitch to Taylor. Is it called strike?
A lot of U.S. jerseys I should expect. The Americans take on Australia that Friday at noon.
LaGrone's pitch. Taylor pops it up. Very shallow left. Going to be a tough play for Murillo, and the shortstop runs it down in what can be considered definitely left field, but not too deep. P6 ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on the hit by pitch. We head to the last of the 8th inning. We'll see who's on the mound for the Stompers when we return. 1-0 Sonoma.
The official headwear provider for the Sonoma Stompers is Melvin Roy. Melvin Roy hats, made to be lived in. From baseball nights in Sonoma to road trips anywhere. Everyday moments, Melvin Roy hats. This is legacy in motion. Melvin Roy. This season, AVA Tractor LLC is proud to support local baseball and the farming community that helps keep the wine country working. AVA Tractor provides vineyard-focused equipment for serious growers, including Deutz Fahr tractors. From daily farming needs to the next generation of vineyard equipment, AVA Tractor is built for Napa and Sonoma growers who need ROI, local support, and equipment that can work in real vineyard conditions. Hit it out of the park with AVA Tractor LLC. Solutions made for your vineyard. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Stompers have 6 outs to get, and it looks like Devin Laginto and Mateo Heredia will share those 6. In what order that is, we don't know. Top of the order, Becker, Murillo, and Webb. Becker's popped out and walked twice. He takes a ball that misses 1-0. 1-3-0. That's the line score for the Stompers. 0-1-1 is the line score for the Blues, and 2-0 is the count on Kyle Becker. Devin Laginto's 2-0. Missed inside this time. One more wide one would give Becker his 3rd free pass of the evening. Laginto's pitch. In there for a called strike. Laginto, an interesting arm slot, especially when he works from the wind. He starts facing the hitter, and then he delivers a pitch which is lined into the left center field gap. It's going to get down, cut off by Taylor at the wall, whose throw comes into third. It's a leadoff double for Kyle Becker in the 8th. Here come the Blues, tying run in scoring position with nobody out for Diego Murillo.
It's a big hit right there from Kyle Becker. Only the 2nd of the day for the slow bats, and went into the left center gap. Both Bass and Taylor had a hard time running that one down. Both took kind of weird angles. So Taylor was the one that came up to it. It was a bad throw to third. Obviously hindsight's 20/20, but Becker probably would have had a better chance of it. Still not a great shot. As with Vassell in the 5th, it was the right decision to stay at second. Obviously that paid off for Tino. Scored the game's only run in that inning.
Taylor just had to get it in. That's what he did. It was always going to be a double for Becker. Murillo squares the bunt and pops it up. It's caught by Carlson. His throw goes to third. He's out. Carlson fielded the bunt and threw to third. Out was the call there. Dean Trainer's out of the dugout heading to third base. Brian Ashbrook said out at third, and Rene Regulato is immediately in his face. And now he's going to come have a conversation with Dean Trainer halfway up the third base line. I thought that ball was popped up in the air. It wasn't. Carlson fielded it on one hop through to third, but throw was wide of the bag. Vassell turned and swiped the tag in time.
I mean, that was a great play by Hunter Carlson. He timed it up perfectly, ran in, fielded it, and it's more controversy between the Blues and the Stompers. You think back to the bottom of the 7th back in Sonoma on June 2nd, where Dean Trainer was in the face of the umpires up at Arnold Field for a good 5 minutes trying to debate between the reversed call at first, that one from out to safe. This one is not reversed.
Dean Trainer's going to head back to the dugout along with his runner, Kyle Becker, who is out. Murillo advances on a fielder's choice. That goes 3-5. Out is Becker at third. Carlson with a heads-up play, you could say. His throw was wide of the bag. It was not a good throw.
No.
Either way, they get the out.
It was a great play off the one hop, and you have to throw it in that quickly because Becker was going.
Now Murillo at first. We'll see if they send a runner. Laginto very nearly picks him off.
And Sinsheimer still booing.
Laginto pitches, and he misses low, 1-0. Murillo's attempted 4 steals. He's been safe twice. 50% on his swiped bags. McCown's already thrown out a runner today. Laginto checks again and safe again, says Tony Bautista. And an already angry, if you will, crowd here, or at least restless crowd here at Sinsheimer, displeased with Laginto's 2 back picks to first base. Murillo continues to dance us off. The 1-0 is popped up, foul out of play, 1-1. Heredia is the righty, up and loosening in the Stomper bullpen. I wouldn't be surprised that he could be a 4-out situation for him, but that's still to be seen. First, Laginto has to get as many outs here as he can. 1-0 Stomper lead. 1 on, 1 out. 1-1 pitch, bottom of the 8th. Well, the runner goes. McCown's throw on a hop. The tag. They got him too. The Stompers defense are throwing out runners all over the yard in the 8th. Gage McCown's second caught stealing of the game. Don't run on a closer that throws 92. That's my scouting report for you. Pitch missed. It's 2-1, and now we go to bases empty with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Just misses. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Dave Hoke, the infield coach, has got to be pleased with himself this game, Karen. This is some beautiful defense from Sonoma.
3-1 pitch from Laginto. Misses ball 4. Playing without the TrackMan today, so I'm just guessing on where these pitches are going or missing. And just like at the start of every at-bat this inning after the Becker double, Miles Mader, the cleanup man, represents the go-ahead run.
All 3 Blues batters this inning reached.
Double fielder's
there's
choice.
2 outs still.
Becker doubled. Murillo dropped down a bunt where Carlson, the first baseman, crashed and threw out Becker at third. Murillo then tried to steal second and got thrown out by McCown. And then with 2 outs and the base is empty, Webb walked. Laginto's pitch inside, 1-0. In there, 1-1. Cutter Gage Webb has 5 steals without getting caught. We'll see if they test McCown's arm again. The 1-1, Mader pops it up. Shallow right, it's going to stay in play, but I don't think anyone's going to get there.
No, that was not even close to playable. It just one-hopped into the Blues bullpen right on that red dirt.
Devin Laginto a pitch away from escaping this 8th inning. McCown staring into the Stomper dugout. Let's see what he's asking Zach Pace and the rest of the staff. The Stomper coaching staff never call pitches. They say every once in a while if we see something, we'll motion to the catcher on a big spot. It's a big spot here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 8th inning. Go-ahead run at the plate is Miles Mader. The runner goes. It's hit foul down the first base line. Laginto wanted the fastball, and Mader stayed alive. Miles hit by a pitch, grounded out, and struck out today. He homered in yesterday's ball game. Yanked one over the wall and left. The runner at first is Webb. He was running on the 1-2 pitch. It was fouled off, so we'll do it again from that same count. Laginto takes a look and comes set, and time's called at the plate by Miles Mader. Home plate umpire Justin Martin needs a few new baseballs as we play in the bottom of inning number 8. The Stompers doing anything they can to salvage a season series split with Slow. Mader, right-handed hitter from Atlanta, Georgia, awaits the 1-2 from Laginto. McCown can't corral it. Heading back to first base is Webb. The count's 2-2.
Yeah, Webb took a pretty aggressive lead there over at first. It's a steal is something that's in the back of his mind.
Let's go slow chance from a crowd here at Sinsheimer Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner goes. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen. And quite the battle brewing between Devin Laginto and Miles Mader. Heredia is ready in the bullpen. This could be it. Stompers clinging to a 1-run lead. They scored on an error all the way back in the 5th. Devin Laginto trying to throw up what would be an 8th consecutive 0 by Stompers pitching. Takes a peek at first base. Comes set at the belt and pitches. Low and outside. Cutter Gage Webb takes second base. A ball to the outfield on a 3-2 would tie this ball game up more than likely. Laginto looking to challenge Mater on a payoff. High drama on the Central Coast. Sean Rivas 0 for 3 on deck. Laginto comes set at the belt. The runner at second. Webb runs again. The pitch misses for ball 4. Mater works a walk. And instead of Sean Rivas, it'll be CJ Moran. And I'm wondering which pitcher he's going to be facing.
No signs of movement from Zach Pace. He's trusting the second-year Stomper Laginto.
Moran digs in from the left side, and Zach Pace took a few steps out towards the mound, but heads back to his perch at the mouth of that third base dugout.
Saw Moran last night, struck out twice.
Moran
has 13 on the season.
From USD takes a first pitch for a called strike. .192 in league play. Awaits an 0-1 pitch. Left-handed hitter lines this one foul. Laginto has him right where he wants him. No balls and 2 strikes. A double, a fielder's choice, a caught stealing, and 2 walks have us set up with first and second and 2 down. CJ Moran comes in cold off the bench in the last of the 8th. No balls, 2 strikes. Laginto takes a peek over at second base and steps off. Webb causing problems out there at second base. He stole second on a 2-2 pitch that missed to Mater, who eventually walked and is now at first. Taylor, the center fielder, a couple steps over towards left. Keys 1 step in, out and right. The 0-2 pitch just misses 1 and 2.
I like that pitch on a 0-2 offering. Go low. You've seen him foul one off late before. It's a miss that you're happy with if you're Laginto.
The Blues have some sort of magic rolling. 10 straight wins. Laginto trying to put that out. This one's hit down the left field line and foul out of play. 10 consecutive victories for the home squad Blues. They have first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, trailing 1-0. That W10 in jeopardy to the Stomps. Laginto comes set at the belt. Webb dancing off. There's going to be a back pick to second base. And Kays DeRomalar snags it. Laginto obviously a little bit out of rhythm here. Gage Webb doing his job, a pesky runner off second base. Mater, a huge lead off first. He's just the trail runner, but represents the go-ahead run. Webb bluffs and doesn't go. That's one lined into right field, base hit. 1 run will score. Keys will come up, throwing back to the infield. Base hit and an RBI for CJ Moran off the bench. We're level at 1. Big hit off the bench for CJ Moran. A soft single to right, but it does the job. It's 1-1 here in the 8th. And now Mason Ashlock will face, I think, a new pitcher. Here comes Zach Pace, but it might be 1 batter too late. Zach Pace takes the ball from Devin Laginto. Here comes Mateo Heredia. We're tied in the 8th. The Blues threatening for the lead. 2 on, 2 out. We'll be right back.
Local expertise worldwide. Sotheby's International Realty is well known for their exceptional real estate agents that distinguish themselves in communities all over the world. To learn more about real estate in Napa, Sonoma, San Francisco, and the rest of the Bay Area, or around the globe, contact Sotheby's International Realty Wine Country Brokerage at 707-935-2288. That's 707-935-2288. Sotheby's International Realty. The Sonoma Stompers are excited to have Jacob's Restaurant providing all of our concessions this season. At the ballpark, you'll find gyros, Chicago dogs, pizza, and salads. But in their restaurant, you'll find an outstanding menu featuring the best Mediterranean-style offerings in town. Seafood linguine, chicken piccata, ravioli, risotto, pizza, and so much more. Don't forget to try their desserts. Jacob's Restaurant is located on 1266 Broadway, right next to Traintown. Jacob's Restaurant and the Sonoma Stompers, proud partners. Hey, Stomper fans! Sonoma Springs Brewing Company has created a new special beer just for us. It's called On Deck. It's a light, crisp lager brewed for a smooth, refreshing finish. The perfect beer to enjoy here at Arnold Field or anytime you're thirsty. Sonoma Springs and the Sonoma Stompers, where your next beer is always on deck. Can I have another beer, please? Can I have another beer, please? The first rule to carrying on is to not get carried away. The Sonoma Springs Brewing Company reminds you to always drink responsibly.
Mateo Heredia comes out of the bullpen for Sonoma. The righty committed to CSUN, two-way guy on the mound here in a very big situation. The go-ahead runs at second base. Tie game in the 8th. Heredia's first pitch misses low. It counts 1-0. He faces Mason Ashlock, who is 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a line out. Heredia this year has 4.2 innings. He's yet to allow a run. He's struck out 9. He takes a peek at second and delivers home. That one's a called strike, 1-1.
Last time we saw Mateo Heredia went 2 2/3 and struck out 6 against the Legends.
Guy that can give him length if he needs to pitch a 9th. 1-1. This one's grounded towards short. Duromler sets his feet and throws to first in time. So Heredia does the job out of the bullpen, but a team with a 10-game winning streak, well, they have magic, and C.J. Moran delivered a soft single to right to tie the ball game. It's 1 run on 2 hits and 2 left. We head to the 9th, the tie ball game at Sinsheimer and Slow.
The Sonoma Stompers are excited to welcome La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats to the family. La Michoacana Ice Cream is rooted in the world-famous ice cream traditions of Mexico. La Michoacana uses only fresh, natural ingredients, using recipes that have been handed down for generations. Every paleta is made by hand. Every scoop is crafted with love. Every bite, muy delicioso. La Michoacana Ice Cream and Treats, located at 18495 Highway 12 in Sonoma, 1219 Grant Avenue in Novato, and of course, right here at the ballpark. Hey, baseball fans, when visiting Sonoma, make sure to dine at Wit and Wisdom, a modern American tavern by world-renowned chef Michael Mina. Wit and Wisdom is famous for hearth cooking, their extensive wine list, and an upscale yet relaxed atmosphere. Wit and Wisdom is located at the Lodge at Sonoma. Make a wise choice. Dine at Wit and Wisdom in the heart of Sonoma. Rawhides on deck.
Rawhides on deck. Oh my God. Rawhides on deck.
On Deck can be purchased right here at the ballpark and at Sonoma Springs Brewery, located at 19449 Riverside Drive in Sonoma.
Chance Jasso, the closer, comes in a spot to hold the lead and pick up a win if he can hold